Hello, welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
Great, we won.
We won, yeah. So we are recording this fresh off the Matildas getting through the quarterfinal, in the World Cup, and neither of us are soccer fans, and yet we both became them tonight.
And we delayed this episode by 45 minutes because I was there thinking, oh man, I've got to do the episode now, I can't watch it. Then Paul is like, go to be late. I'm watching the quarterfinals?
Yeah, it was the quarters,
I was
yeah.
like, I saw that, I thought, oh, thank God. I thought, oh, great.
I was laying there next to the kids trying to get them to sleep, phone wedged in the middle there so I could keep an eye on the game. Phone battery went dead. That's it. Sorry, I hope you better be asleep. Thankfully, no, I was. Bolted out, switched on the TV, plugged the phone in, messaged you to say I was going to be late. Had no idea for ages that you're okay with it. Like, I was just going to put my faith in the fact that you were going to be fine with the whole thing because I had to just wait for the phone to charge up. So here we are. We won, and we'll go around the merry-go-round again on Wednesday. But for now, we're talking video games, and specifically the ports and Demasters that I've been dubbing them.
D-ports? I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, the D-ports. Basically, the games that are kind of, we get some weird scenarios, like Red Dead Redemption was announced by Rockstar. We'd heard rumors about it for a little while, that there was Red Dead that was on the way, and they'd kind of updated their logos and stuff, and all of a sudden, Red Dead Redemption has been announced. And it's not Red Dead Redemption Remastered. It's not any fancy version whatsoever. It is Red Dead Redemption from the PS3, and it's been ported across, and that's kind of it. And it's been ported to the PS4, not the PS5, but it'll obviously work on your PS5 as well. So there's that, and then you get the announcements that I think we kind of briefly maybe touched on last week somewhere along the way, talking about Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Hogwarts Legacy that have both been announced that they're going backwards a generation to the previous gen to, I don't know, get more sales, whatever. And so I guess the topic simply is, what are we making of this trend that we're starting to see? Where's it coming from, and can it continue? What's your gut feel say? And I guess there's two very different sort of things there with the Red Dead one versus those other two. But what are you thinking?
Well, they must have compared their sales to Final Fantasy VII. No, not really. It is weird. I scratch my head and go, why? But at the same time, you do sort of think of, there was a thing called a console shortage, so people might have just given up trying to find a PS5, given up trying to find an Xbox Series X. So they just thought, you know what? Let's just stick with that PS4 and what the other one? Xbox.
Xbox One, yeah.
Because there's plenty enough games to play on there without even getting a new one. And they thought, hey, want to play Star Wars? Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. Like, these games are being announced as next gen kind of exclusives, and then all of a sudden down the line they go backwards. It kind of happened with Resident Evil Village, all before the initial launch, but it was announced as a next gen game, and then it was only when it got really close to the launch when they finally said, oh yeah, and it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One as well. Like, they're trying to make these things. They're trying to generate those sales of the new consoles and get those pre-orders and stuff for the new consoles, where they're also charging a higher price, $70 US or 120 or whatever it is for us out here, the full retail price, because they can't charge the same price for the PS4 and Xbox One versions. So I feel like a lot of it comes down to money when it comes to certainly the likes of Star Wars and Hogwarts, which is interesting for both, because both of them are some of the biggest licenses in the world. I'm sure those two games have made them multiple times the amount that they spent back already, especially Hogwarts, because it's just been on top of the charts basically all year since it launched. So I feel like it's kind of nothing more than the money. But at the same time, there's another half of it where, and I heard the stat recently, that it's only been this year where finally, and this is the PS4 and PS5 side of things, it's only been this year where the player numbers on PS5 has finally, like, the active player numbers has finally overtaken the PS4 numbers. So as those slowly come down, as people, pick up a PS5, it's only just been this year where finally the active number of concurrent players on PS5 is actually greater than the PS4. So I guess it says that there's a lot of people still there that you can sell a game to. And certainly when it comes to Hogwarts, we know it can work because they're launching the game for the Switch. So if they can launch the game for the Switch, they can launch it for a PS4 and Xbox One. But Star Wars feels
Is the
Yeah.
price still the same, or is it back to PS4 prices?
I can try and check that because Hogwarts
Is
Legacy
it
would have
just
been.
is it trying to just suck in people and go, hey, you can buy it on PS4 for $20 cheaper, so
Hogwarts
people just
Legacy
go,
for
oh,
PS4 is. Oh, is it? It's out now. I thought that was a little bit further on.
what?
I
No.
no, it's the Switch one that's a little bit further on. Yeah, sorry, no, they're
Oh,
right. But there was the delay in the first place. But it's $10 cheaper. That's it.
that's it.
It's still full retail 110 for PS5 and it's full retail 100 for PS4. But that's at EB Games, and you could of course get it cheaper at a JB or a Big W or somewhere like that. But we don't have any information yet on Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I guess it's only a matter of time before that one finally kind of pops up. But I don't know. Like, I don't like any of it. It's really deceptive stuff, though. They are trying to generate their sales on the new gen consoles, which I can appreciate, and we want to get the PS5 and the Series X and have them be the standards. And certainly, the sooner we can kind of leave the older consoles behind, the better. And that's kind of rearing its head when we look at the Baldur's Gate for Xbox situation that's going on. Are you across that one?
No.
So Baldur's Gate 3, biggest game in the world right now. It's got like a 97 on Metacritic. It's reviewed even better than shitty Witcher 2, which is good.
Oh yes, we have a savior for Game of the Year.
Win.
Oh, Baldur's Gate, all for the win.
Yeah, I'm going to throw all my support behind that one. I'll probably never play it. But like it's out on PC now and it's taking the world by storm. It's coming to PS5 on the same day as Starfield, funnily enough. But it's not coming to Xbox. And it turns out it's not coming to Xbox because Xbox's policies say that whatever version you put on the Series X has to be the same version that is on the Series S as well. And the S is basically an Xbox One at the end of the day. It's just like a maybe an Xbox Series. No, sorry, Xbox One X.
X. Yeah, the black one.
Yeah, the more powerful Xbox One. It's kind of there. Yes. So it's still like half a generation behind. But because of that rule that they've got in place, Larian has been unable to get the 4-player multiplayer and all the things that needs to go on with that working on the Xbox Series S, which means they can't launch it because Microsoft's rules won't allow them to have a different version for the two different consoles. And so at the moment, the Xbox version's just no idea. Like, I think Phil Spencer's probably trying to throw engineers over there and go, "Here, take them, just solve it, fix it." But nothing yet. Like, there's no TBD. They haven't announced it for Xbox yet. Which has also been, I think, a piece of information that needs to get out there too, because there's a lot of PlayStation fanboys going, sticking it up Xbox fans in terms of we got an exclusive. You didn't. It's going to come across to Xbox if they can sort it out. Flip the bird off if Phil Spencer can't resolve it, because then that's their fault.
But all Phil Spencer can do is just do that and just go Starfield, bitches.
Well, yeah, and just buy another publisher off, and take another one off the table.
Or you could just say FTC.
Yeah.
Job done.
You like Square Enix, right? Well, we've just taken Final Fantasy 14 and we'll buy them too. So, yeah, let's not
hang on to that Final Fantasy 16 while you
can. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the situation at the moment on that side, where we're kind of getting these sort of weird circumstances going on. Now that's kind of a half step, but like we are obviously at that point now where games are starting to push the old gens too far, or consoles that are kind of like the old gen, in the case of the Baldur's Gate scenario. So I don't know. I don't want to see any more of this stuff. Like, clearly these older consoles, and they are 10 years old now, the PS4 and the Xbox One. Let's stop flogging them now. Like, let's
so old.
Retire them.
I just hope no one buys them. That's my biggest hope out of all of it. Then no one else will start doing it as well, because then it'll just get really incredibly annoying, just for games to go backwards. Like, no, we want it on the console I purchased.
Well,
that I had to punch someone else in the head for because it was a dogfight to get that console, and now you put it back on the old console, just cause.
I'm just going to double check. So I'm going to bring up like the upcoming games for PS4 and PS5, and just like double check.
Upcoming games for PS4. Oh man.
Because I'm kind of curious as to see whether there's any games that are currently kind of exclusive for PS5, so or like next gen. So I don't know. For example, is Armored Core, which is out like in the next couple of weeks, is that coming to PS4 or is it just PS5? So those sorts of little things, I'm kind of curious to double check. We could maybe go through and maybe try and predict a little bit what some of these games that might actually be. Oldest first. I've got the PS5 pre-order list. I've got the PS4 pre-order list going, and we'll just see maybe where things pop up. So it looks like there is no PS4 version, and obviously we can extrapolate this to Xbox as well, but it's a bit of it's harder to get a read on Xbox because so much is digital these days with Game Pass and all that. There is a PS5 version of Armored Core 6. There is not a PS4 version of Armored Core 6. Do you feel like that's a game that one of these days we'll see From Software Bandai release a PS4 version?
I hope not.
But do you think they will? Because we don't want it to happen, but do you think they will?
Well, if Hogwarts to Star Wars goes gangbusters, it's going backwards.
So
just like this whole gaming situation.
Here's another one for you. Immortals of Avium, which is an EA job. It's one of the EA originals. It's a first-person shooter. It's cool. the Battle Mage one that comes out on August 22nd. That is currently PS5, but not PS4.
Who publishes it?
EA.
Oh, of course they will.
But it is an original, so it's basically like a glorified indie. So I guess like it's not a smaller ask for the studio to do it. But yeah, I feel like EA will throw it, especially if it doesn't quite sell as much as they want.
It's such an EA thing to do. Just to do the stupidest thing possible. That is EA's way.
I'm skimming through, but there's less games coming to PS4, so my dates are getting out of sync quicker. NBA's coming to both.
Spider-Man 2.
Absolutely not. No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
I hope not. That's a silly idea.
Insomniac I feel like Insomniac have put their stake in the ground with Ratchet being like a next gen exclusive. I don't think they're going back. And I suspect God of War and Horizon might have been the last of those sorts of games as well, on the PlayStation exclusive side. That's my gut feel, but I could be wrong. And Gran Turismo? Did Gran Turismo come to both?
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I could be wrong. I sort of feel like it was PS5.
Lies of P is coming to both gens. Assassin's Creed is coming to both gens. Mortal Kombat 1.
Really? What?
Mortal Kombat 1. What does your gut say about... Let me double check. September 14th. PS4 does not have a version of Mortal Kombat 1 listed. Do you think one of these days it'll suddenly go, here we go, it's going backwards?
I say no. Well, who is it? Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers.
Oh, no, they're idiots too.
I say yes because they're doing it with Hogwarts.
Because they've
already done it. With Hogwarts.
They've also got no movie money, so of course they're going to milk everything possible because
yeah,
no one's writing their TV shows.
Well, yeah, there's that too. They want to cash their check. Payday 3 is apparently next gen exclusive. I'm just
there's a key word there.
Or like I'll Wikipedia it just in case it's an EB thing.
Well, it's saying that we've heard like PS5 games being exclusive to PS5 and then they end up on PC.
It is a next gen exclusive at the moment. Do you think that'll remain the case?
No. Oh no, it's not a stupid. Who makes it? It's not
Starbreeze. It's Deep Silver. It's THQ. It's PlayOn. All that sort of stuff.
Silver. Oh no. No, I'm gonna say no. I don't think.
I'm gonna say no as well. I feel more confident in that one. What else have we got here? Avatar: The Last Bender, Quest for Balance. That'll be shit.
Oh, no one cares. It's Far Cry. The next Airbender.
Paleo Pines. There's a bunch of indies here that will absolutely be on both.
What about moving out too?
Yeah, it's already coming to both, but that's indie.
Oh, it is.
That's Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming to both. Lords of the Fallen.
So everyone. When does Fallen? No, not Fallen. When does moving out 2? Oh no,
this week.
Everyone can become a farter.
And I'll plug it now. Everyone should go check out the YouTube Shorts review, the review discussion, the Player 2 plays, and Buddy Watson's review of Moving Out 2. They're all available now on the YouTube channel and the Player 2 website. Plug.
And you play the game and become an employed farter.
Yeah. You enjoying it? Actually, we'll get your take quickly.
Well, I've only played a little bit of it. I played the first level, and my first reaction was, yeah, you need more than one person to play this because it would be just absolute carnage with just multiple people. Because I'm just there throwing stuff through windows and trying to pull things out of the wall. Don't know if it's safe or not, but that's not the point.
Who cares?
Who cares? And then just throw it into the back of a truck. And on to the next one, and then just drive all the way, all over the road to the next house, just crash into the side of it and go, right, let's do this.
Have you found the little island yet? The one that like you can knock down the bridge and go to the little island?
Not yet.
It's on the main.
Now,
It's like it's on the main thing of Packmore. There's like 2 ropes holding a bridge upright. You just crash into the 2 little pins that are in the ground, and the bridge falls down. You go and explore. There's a trophy out there for you. But anyway, spoilers for everyone. The game comes out today, as of when this goes live. Skimming through the list, yeah, Lords of the Fallen is another one, but I don't think like that doesn't have the big publisher sort of thing about it.
Remnant 2.
Remnant 2.
That's already out.
Yeah, it's already out, and I actually don't know what that situation was.
Or Dark Souls with guns.
And apparently very, very good gun souls. Metal Gear Solid, I think, is coming to everything. Oh, geez, I've already hit the end of the PS4 list, so that's 24th of October. 24th of October. Surely Metal Gear Solid Master Collection is coming to PS4.
Well, considering they're not updating anything on it, I would probably say it'd be PS4.
Here's some more. Here's one that you're a little bit acquainted with. Alone in the Dark.
Oh, yeah. That can just go to a bin for all I care.
There's apparently another demo out now. I don't know if it's the same one as the one that you played.
Maybe I should try it out, see if there's any darkness in it. See if I get more enjoyment out of it than the last bit of rubbish I played. If it's a different demo, sure, I'll play it.
I don't know if it's the same one or not, to be honest. I've read about it from the THQ Direct thing they had this morning, but I haven't actually checked it all out yet.
Okay.
Oh, here's one for you. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Is that the Far Cry game?
Frontiers of Pandora. Yeah. Sorry, it's the one from the Division team that are also doing Star Wars Outlaws as well.
Oh, so it is the Far Cry, but Avatar.
Coming in December.
No, I don't think so. I know.
I don't think so.
It is Ubisoft. I don't think they'd be that silly to do.
Well, they are. I mean, Assassin's Creed's doing it, and I'm pretty sure Prince of Persia.
Yeah, but that's Assassin's Creed though.
It's Prince of Persia.
Of course, you got to milk Assassin's Creed. Avatar, I don't know.
Yeah, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is the kind of, but I guess it's 2D? Got more of a 2D and it's an indie look, and certainly could run on the PS4 fine. So that is locked in at the moment. But well, I mean, I guess it feels kind of promising at the moment. But yeah, I think there's some that haven't been announced yet that I think absolutely will be. I'm just skimming through. I don't see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as in part 2 of the remakes. I don't see that going backwards. I don't see Suicide Squad going backwards because it's already gone as far backwards as you can possibly go in terms of the quality of that game.
We're going back to the PS3 stage at this rate.
Well, yeah.
Home Stars.
Yeah, I could see that. It's not a retail thing, so I don't have that line of sight. But let me Wikipedia it nice and quick. Foam Stars.
Well, it's dangerous.
But to be fair, that is a game that was received pretty well.
Oh no.
No, it's just not appearing. Like there's no Wikipedia listing. Foam Stars platforms. Is that the correct name for the game, or was it Foam Stars?
Oh
no, it's PS5 and PS4. So yeah, that's already announced as multiplat. Well, there's obviously, I think there's a few contenders, but also it seems like, our gut feel is that it's maybe 50-50, and then hopefully it'll get better than that. So flipping the script a little bit and focusing on the Red Dead Redemption side of things, what is your take on a port of a PS3 game arriving 13 years later on the PS4? So not even the most recent iteration of the console. Of course, again, you can play it on a PS5, but what's your gut feel on that situation?
I was getting all excited for it. I thought, they've updated the logo. Great, we're getting a remake. And then all of a sudden, I saw the trailer and it looked exactly the same as the game from 13 years ago. And I thought, well, that's a disappointment. I might as well just pull out my Xbox 360 and just play it on that because it's gonna be exactly the same.
Well, the thing is, it's not even going to be the best version of the game because the game is, and this is like the weird. So it's coming to PS4 and Switch. Nintendo people, great, fantastic. It's the first time you got to play a Red Dead Redemption game. Awesome, big tick. Even though it's not a remaster, like it's not a remake, it's not a remaster. It's just
I'd say it'd look good on a Switch because
yeah, actually probably will.
It's pretty much PS3, Xbox 360 graphics,
but
the Switch is
on yeah, it's kind of a little bit better, but yeah, kind of somewhere in the middle. But on the PlayStation side, like it's not really getting any remaster stuff. But on the Xbox, you can get the 360 version, and it gets 4K upscaled because of the things, all the back end work that Xbox has done. So the version that you could buy on your Xbox 360, that millions of people probably still own, you can pop that in your Xbox Series X right now, and you're actually getting a better version than the one that's going to launch in a couple of weeks. That's my understanding.
I want to try it and see.
And I'm sure the Digital Foundry things will pop up.
I don't have a 4K screen, so I don't know.
Well, we can kind of wait for Digital Foundry to do their work, where they'll inevitably go, okay, here's the PS4 version. They'll get the frame rate. They'll check all the visual side of things out, and then they'll put it up against the Xbox Series X version running the Xbox 360 game. And I suspect that it'll be more favourable to the Xbox in that scenario. I could be wrong.
Watch the PlayStation fanboys come out.
It's an interesting one. It could be like Rockstar just didn't talk about it in their thing, so it could be that they've just not mentioned it. They've just kept it pretty simple and hey, it's out in like 2 weeks, or they were very carefully not mentioning that at all. So
just try to dodge it whatsoever. Just go here it is.
But don't worry, guys. There's no AI stuff like in the GTA trilogy, so don't worry. It won't be an issue, and then they can just not worry about anything else. So I don't want to see any more of this sort of stuff, though. I'm sure there's games from the PS3 that are still kind of stranded there. Hell, my beloved Resistance or Infamous. I don't want to see those popping up on my PS5 in their current state unless it is backwards compatible streaming sort of stuff.
Yeah. I don't want a copy and paste situation. Go, well, hey, you want it? Here it is, the same game.
Yeah, I don't want to have to pay for the same version of those games if they pay in the sense of actually buying a new version of the game that is the same game.
The same version of a game on a newer platform.
Because I can cop it. I mean, not that we can get PlayStation Premium and the streaming side of it here, but like I can cop it if they just make it available for people to stream and stuff. And I'm pretty sure some of the Resistance games and potentially both Infamous games are already available for streaming in the US anyway. It's just that we don't have Premium here, so we can't enjoy that. But yeah, I don't want to see any more of this sort of stuff. If you're gonna do it, remaster it. I'll pay for you to do it properly.
Do what Nintendo does. Do what Nintendo does and do it properly. Metroid Prime remaster. How many complaints we had about that? 0.
No, none. It's a good
First 2 Pikmin games. How many complaints we had about that? Donuts.
Yeah, as far as I know. Yeah.
As far as I know, because everyone's just played the 4th one, so they're probably not.
They kind of forgot. Yeah. 1 and 2. Forgot about 1, 2. Yeah, and look, there's nothing that springs to mind. I can't think of a company honestly that right now is going to do that, and I feel like we'll wait and see. I feel like there could be a backlash around the whole Red Dead thing when people do realize that potentially the Xbox version is better. Again, I'm guessing. I could be wrong.
Just put those into the sense like the Xbox version is better. People are going to get upset about that.
But like, it's not
Call of Duty, so relax, people.
I'd be upset though. Like you're making people pay for a new, like to go buy the game again, and then it's not even as good as the one that you can get for free, and has been available for years on another platform. Like I kind of get like you'd be upset. I hope, like I'm sure it's gonna stoke some fanboy bullshit, which we don't want. But I don't blame you if you're a PlayStation fan and it turns out that it's not 4K. It's the frame rate is less than the Xbox version. I don't blame if you go and hang on. So what did I actually pay $50 for here, or like 50 US? Sorry,
game.
To get the exact same.
2000, it's like a one, the 2011 version or 2010 version,
2010 version,
or today. And
you can put them side by side, and they're going to be the same. Like it's just I don't know. I don't get it. But again, they could be just not disclosing these sort of things. So I hope we don't see too much more of this stuff. I'm trying to look over my PS3 collection now, and I'm sure there's some games that I'd love to see come forward. Like even something that's caught my eye as I look now is like Max Payne 3. I see Final Fantasy 13, the three games around those that are still stranded on that generation. Obviously, I've touched on the Resistance and Infamous games. Even the early Dragon Ages, they're still there. Like there's plenty of stuff. Spec Ops: The Line.
I say Heavy Rain. Spec Ops.
Yeah, Heavy Rain got a native PS4 version, but Spec Ops: The Line is one of the best shooters ever made that most people don't even know about. Duke Nukem Forever is stranded there. Assassin's Creed 1. Assassin's Creed 1 is still stranded.
That's the only Assassin's Creed game that hasn't had a remake or a remaster. The remake in 4 for some reason, which I don't understand.
Well, I wouldn't rule out
why.
And there's something I had a gut feel. Assassin's Creed 1 remake, remaster, whatever.
Okay,
I'm
it's
sure.
Called Mirage.
I had this thing in my gut that said that maybe with and I don't know if I'm willing it into existence or whether it was something I heard that with whatchamacallit, the upcoming one, Mirage being kind of set in the same part of the world as well, that this like similar to how like with Far Cry's, for example, Far Cry 3 you got as a part of the season pass, like the Far Cry 3 remaster you got as a part of the season pass for Far Cry 5 or 6. You got a remaster for it. It was just free, or you could buy it standalone. I'm wondering if maybe there's an opportunity for him to do a similar sort of thing where, okay, Mirage, you're having a great time. Here's our season pass, and there's a whole bunch of DLC for the core game, but also here's this. Maybe it's the first thing out the gate, but you get a code for Assassin's Creed 1 remaster, which for PlayStation or Xbox would be great. On the PlayStation side, obviously it's still trapped on the PS3 and there's no trophies on top of it, and even for Xbox people you get a better version of the game available too. So that's one that springs to mind. Are there any others for you that you go, oh geez, that game's kind of stuck that I wouldn't mind having access to it? Because it is a PlayStation exclusive kind of problem here.
It is for us, especially because, like you said, we can't get PS3 games. I'll try to think of all the PS3 games we've played.
Little Big Planet 1 and 2.
Because I was thinking, Uncharted, then I realised they came to PS4, so that just crossed that one out. Last of Us, I realised that was PS4, and PS5, and PC, and God knows what else, whenever The Last of Us comes out. HBO, there's another one.
Heavenly Sword, Enslaved, Journey to the West.
Oh.
That'd be a good one to bring back. Lollipop Chainsaw's already on the way. Mirror's Edge, the original Mirror's Edge.
Oh, okay, that no one ever asked for. Lollipop Chainsaw.
And it's getting remastered, but then was delayed or something. No. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. No, actually, didn't they? No, they did something for Switch only, which I didn't quite understand.
Oh yeah, we were making fun of that once a long time ago. Like, okay, it's like everyone's getting excited. The Force Unleashed on Nintendo Switch. I thought that's just stupid. Well, I just laughed. I thought, sure, why not?
But see, like all of these games. Like, I'd be willing to pay money to get a remaster rather than
just the same game.
Yeah, just the exact same game. I know Rockstar's not asking the full price. I think it's going to be. Actually, I better double check it. I think it's going to be like $70 for us, which is, I guess it's nice. You're not paying $100 for it, but at the same time, Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, it's $70 Australian. I'd pay 110 and get a remaster. Like, I'd be happy with that. So
I would too. But or you just do what CD Projekt Red did. If you got your old version of The Witcher 3, just put it in your new console and we'll upgrade it for you for free.
Yeah. I mean, PlayStation just needs to sort out the backwards compatibility thing, to be fair, but
that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts on this whole situation?
Just people, just don't buy it.
Don't be greedy pricks.
Don't be greedy pricks and protest and say, screw you, I want a remaster, thanks. And just sit outside and just look at it. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Or just
imagine yourself playing it.
Or bring in your old console with your old TV and just hook that up and just play it on there because it's the exact same result.
Walk to the publisher's head office, bring a TV with you, plug it in outside, look in their window, sit there playing your original version of the game and flip them off at the same time I'm sure they'll love it.
Or you can go one better, sit outside, get a big projector, and just screen it on like, I don't know, another building at night, and just sit there and just play it.
But look at like one that the EA building looks straight out onto, of course. So they can see projecting it up there, like when Elon Musk tried to start projecting the big X up on the wall at Twitter, and then it got taken down by the local council because he didn't have approval.
And also, those poor epileptic people walking past, and just that flash.
Tripping out.
If I was living next to that, I'd be angry too.
Yeah.
And in the council, what a fool! Sure, seriously.
He's a dense prick.
You should have just stayed with the bird. You would have never had this problem. But
Easy.
no,
the bird is the word. All right, we'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live. Make sure to visit the website, player2.net.au. We're on Patreon. I'm trying to cut this outro down, I fall into old habits.
Working overtime to say don't say that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Outro. Patreon. Go check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/player2au. Then there's social media. Matto. I think we've still got. No, we actually good. There's the little Twitter bird in the bottom right corner. We'll have to replace that with the next one day. But
it's not that hard. All you have to do is just find an X.
I'll just draw like a big X over the top of it.
Just draw it.
Yeah.
Just draw it. That was good. Notice.
But yeah, Twitter, X,
Twitter, Threads, whatever. Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games, myself. The website's player2au. And until next time, stick it up, Rockstar, and anyone else who wants to do this sort of thing. If you don't like it,
you butchered it.
Don't
go there.
You wallet. You make a statement with your wallet or your Apple ID or whatever it is that you pay with. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next week where we're going to talk. Not Game Awards, not Summer Games Fest, Gamescom opening night live. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you later.